Ahoy, you all. Hello. It is Tease. Good day. Good afternoon. Good evening. I hope all are well. I hope all are safe. So, just in advance, there's a lady. Now, mind you, it's early after the meridian. There's a lady literally outside yelling. So, I don't know if she's on drugs or whatever. But if you happen to hear it, that's why. And honestly, too, I thought I'd want to say something too because I know for a fact if that was a black man, woman, or child, they would be neutralized by now. But welcome to America, and I'm not even going to continue on with that. But so I wanted to say something because I know balance and justice needs to be served, and it's well overdue when it comes to global colonization, and then when it comes to literally like any type of world issues of being exploited, being colonized, and being pillaged. So basically, they'll come in, take over, take all your resources, and leave you for dead in your own country, and it's happening globally to the African people or the melanated people. And I wanted to mention something because I was watching Dr. Umar, which I agree 100%. With him, I feel like what he says, it makes sense. He is correct, and it sounds good. But my only issue is it's not realistic. So he's basically saying when it comes to reparations, since the American Negroes want reparations, the whole world should do it because slavery and colonization was a global thing. So I feel like, and this is just my opinion, what he was saying, it was correct. It actually sounded right. Like, okay, all of the melanated or the African people come together globally and then come after the same beast. But my only thing is it's not really the same beast. See, so that aspect sounds right, and again I agree with it. But the issue for me, or the part where I disagree with this, it's just not realistic. When you're thinking of a bunch of brain dead, colonized, pink Jesus loving, won't dare get rid of these pink man or pink woman Negroes, then it's like, yeah, something like that sounds good, but that's all it's gonna do is sound good, you know. Like I say, first of all, we're too far mentally gone. And even he said himself, he said black men and women in America are not going to give up their white man and a white woman for reparations. So what makes you think Africa is going to do it? Look at the condition of Africa. Africa is being pillaged as we speak by its own people and then by other countries. So it's like it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, we have a sellout problem. We have a colonizer problem. We have a pink Jesus complex problem. We have a self-hatred problem. We have so many issues going on to where if we don't get those addressed, first of all, I would say before any reparations or anything repair for you part your lips say or anything for a rap repair or read whatever it is, you need to get some damn healing, heal the mind, body, and soul before you go reaching out for anything. Because if I come before you as a sick Negro, literally sick and drunk on pink Jesus, I am not going to come before the pink man and demand him to do right, demand him to let our people, come on now. Because if that was the case, we wouldn't be sold out for centuries to come, or centuries to pass, probably is centuries more to come. Yeah, so it probably is more centuries to come as far as being sold out, but and Dr. Umar even said that himself. Okay, yeah, black men and women are not willing to give up pink people for justice, and then also black men, and he even mentioned this too, with the Negro YouTubians, they're pretty much getting online, you know, basically saying, oh, get reparation or do this and that, but then yet you still lay up with the pink man. So I'm thinking like, first of all, you have to separate yourself. You got to have a clear mind. You can't be sick in the head. You can't be, you know what I mean? You can't have that twisted sellout Negro mentality, which got us in trouble in the first place, and then think that we are all going to join hands as far as melanated people and then melanated countries coming together to go against the beast. And I'm thinking like, first of all, that sounds like an extra, so much stuff has to happen before that happens. An exorcist has to happen, neutralization has to happen, pink Jesus has to get thrown out the way. Just think of it as this, just to keep it very simple. Let's just say, like, okay, instead of saying all Negroes want to ask for reparations all over the globe, all melanated people or all African are going to come together to say no to pink Jesus. And just think about it as that. the niggers that I know here will get rid of you before they get rid of Pink Jesus. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what's been burned into our head. What's been burned into our head was Pink Jesus, hate ourselves, and worship Pink Jesus. You see what I'm saying? So that means, that's why when you get your athletes and niggers that are on TV, they only arrive when they're in bed with the oppressor. You see what I'm saying? They are not, your rappers are not rappers if they don't have their oppressor in their music videos. Your athletes are not athletes, and they're not complete unless they have their oppressor on their arm at the game or at the awards. Your performers are not satisfied and unless they're indoctrinating their people and pandering to their people and misinforming and being a terrible influence to their people. You see what I'm saying? So we have a constructive or a destructive mindset when it comes to, it's not just an American Negro thing. It's not even just an African thing. All over. You go to these islands, these African islands, or these islands where there's melanated people. And these people are, I'm telling you, Pink Jesus is everywhere. That pink worship is everywhere. And again, that's why we're in trouble now, because we're too busy worshiping other people and other things, and to hell with ourselves. So again, with that being said, and with Dr. Umar, mind you, he's a psychiatrist, a very wise man. Like I said, I agree with you because I know that he's intelligent. But again, your intelligence should tell you, and you have said this out your own mouth, that Negroes here, there, and everywhere are, they're, first of all, we're too sick in the head. So to me, I just feel like, yeah, that sounds great. And I would love that too. I would feel like that would be a miracle from heaven if all of the melanated people over the globe join countries and continents to come together to go against the beast. And to me, I feel like, oh, now that's what's going to change the world. But honestly, that's the fantasy. And again, I'm not saying that it would never happen, but only way that'll happen, then it's our people would have to be exorcised first. You're going to have to get those demons, and Pink Jesus is going to have to get out the way first. And honestly, I would feel like they would get you out the way before that happens. Literally. And just even when you said, Dr. Umar also said this too, is to bring back the, whatever that, the federal law where it says that a black man can't marry a white woman. And if you reverse that, do you know how many black men will die behind their white women? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, Dr. Umar, it sounds great, but it's just not realistic. Not for sick niggers. It's not. We're too sick in the head. We are way too sick in the head. And that's why we're in trouble to this day. We got issues.